Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off at checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're first to know when new episodes are available. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Roundtable. My name is Scott Schweitzer. I'm the Clydesdale. She is Amy Radowski, and we are here for a roundtable discussion that we haven't had in about a week and a half.
Well, you've been busy.
Yeah.
I've been busy doing other things, but you've been busy with travel and reporting on all the great things that have been happening in the world of CrossFit.
Yeah, so that was fun. It was fun. You're planning for a big graduation party this weekend.
I am. I have been cleaning the house today to get ready for it and binging very bad TV while doing it.
So what refreshments can I expect?
Okay, it's going to be a backyard barbecue type thing. Okay, so pulled pork, pulled chicken, mac and cheese, coleslaw, that kind of thing.
Because for Nate's, we got a taco bar.
You're right, taco bar.
This we get a backyard barbecue.
Yep.
Nice.
Yes.
Sounds exciting. I can't wait.
Yes.
The Radowskis always have a nice party in the backyard.
Well, there will be pickleball in the front yard, and we will also have foursquare out back, foursquare volleyball, cornhole. There will be lots of games. We can do contests in the back, all you want.
I've been around you too much. You're too competitive for me.
Yep, it's true.
All right. So what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about what's happening in your world this week. Did you work out today?
This week has been very low intensity.
Okay.
Just move. My back has been really stiff all week. So a lot of, I've been actually using Mobility Movement app. A lot of thread the needles, a lot of trying to get that thoracic spine to loosen up. But I just did some bodybuilding in the garage today. I'm in a transition period in my work. So I come back, we kind of mentioned that before I left. I came back to kind of it in full force. And now I'm getting assigned new projects, new meetings, trying to figure out my week, my schedule, so that I can then plan everything around that.
Yeah. So, and you flew back like Monday, so you didn't get to do Murph. Is that correct?
I flew back Sunday overnight into Monday morning.
Yeah.
Slept till 4:00 on Monday. And then that has thrown my week off completely with sleep.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about that just like, so my week with training has been more lower recovery, low intensity recovery mode because of, Murph. So as you know, Murph is one of my favorite workouts. And this year was like great weather for Murph. Like it was beautiful. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't, dreary or anything like that, but it was just great weather. So I did something different this year with two things with my Murph training. Number one is I always train with a 20-pound vest, but then I usually, take out one of the plates and make it be 15 pounds. And this time I was like, screw it. I'm just going to go 20 pounds vest the whole way. So I did that. I also did, normally I do like, rounds of Cindy, or the last couple of years I've done like 25 rounds of 4, 8, 12. And then this time I started with, I'm going to knock off 4 rounds of 10, 20, 30. So then I was able to knock off, a bunch of reps that way, and was able to maintain that. I don't think I can maintain that for 10 rounds with the push-ups, but it's just fun to kind of just change things around with it. And then after that, I wasn't really too sore, other than just like the trying to extend your arms a little bit after the push-ups. But then after that, felt pretty good, and then my training has been, just lower intensity cardio. Today, I just took a walk with Murph. We went for like a 5 mile hike, and then that was really it. You're on mute once again.
Dang it. Okay. Yep. I don't even know why I put myself on mute. Like
I don't know why.
Okay.
Either.
But I'm gonna do Murph this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an assault bike version. But I promised some of our listeners on one of these shows that I would do it when I got back and got recovered a little bit. So I am going to do that this weekend.
Well, and
might take some video of it and everything.
And some of these listeners may not know that we have done Murph like together a couple times.
Yeah, we used to do it. It was our flex picture event of the year. You and I would do a flex pick.
Yeah, we should share some of those on the Insta.
And then we would do Murph. And the one year we actually shared a pull-up bar.
We did. I think that was the first year.
Yeah.
I did it. First year I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm so gracious. Like I would see Amy there and I go, I'd just try to bang out a couple more push-ups and let her have the pull-up bar. But yeah, those were good times and some good flex picks.
Yeah, they were for sure.
So let's a couple shout outs to the crowd. I know we have Corey, we have Trish, we have Kenneth, Yash, Nick, Lex, Jonathan, Jamie. All on the chats and are already very active. I have to agree. Scott, I feel like the people here pay too much attention to the women. So I got to say, you're looking like a snack, my man. Thank you. Those come in very few and far between. So I got to take them when I get them.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you what I'm excited for next week that's coming up is I have my appointment for Wild Health. So one of our sponsors, Wild Health. So we did the blood work and I've seen all my blood work. I haven't really talked to the physicians or the report to understand what all the numbers and things mean. But and then my DNA results, I should also get that back next week with the 50-page report. And the best part of it, as many of you know, that Dr. Fouché will be my physician. So I'm excited for my one-on-one session with Dr. Fouché. But I'm really excited to find out though, like really what they found in the DNA and what that means combined with my blood work about what is the best optimal way for my health as far as, should I be avoiding any food sensitivity, like sensitivities, or, is there based on my body, should I be working out in the morning or afternoon? Like what tweaks can I make for optimal health? So I'm super stoked for that.
Yeah, as I've been sharing on my weight loss journey show, I got my results back. My thyroid is super low. My cholesterol was high for the first time in my life. So I'm on a vitamin stack, trying to get some things back in order. And my appointment, I think, is not this coming week, but the following Tuesday with my doctor.
Okay.
And the plans on going forward with all of that stuff. But the one good thing is in Pasadena, I actually lost weight.
Now, did you have your food supplied for you then?
I did. Wow. We did. So when we got to the hotel, the box was sitting right there in front of the desk waiting for us. We just picked it up, took it up. We had to keep it on ice because we didn't have a big fridge. We could only keep like 6 of the meals in the fridge. And then we like iced everything down inside the box because it's an insulated box. Used it like a cooler.
Yeah.
And did all that.
Well, that's great that you were able to lose weight while you were in Pasadena.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome. So, and their meals are amazing. If you have not tried them, they make a grass-fed beef lasagna that I think is made with tortillas instead of pasta. And it is to die for.
So it's a
Jamie and
corn
I would
based.
fight. I think it's a flour tortilla, but it might be like a carb control tortilla.
Okay.
And then Jamie and I would always fight over the filet and creamy risotto.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, Bruce, I forgot to shout you out too. You're in the and Elise and Judy. It's just so many people are coming in. We're not used to these big crowds, but we love it. Thank you so much for jumping in. But yeah, and then the Amanda Barnhart meal is amazing,
What's in the
and it's
Amanda
super
Barnhart?
simple. It is like it's rice, ground beef, grass-fed beef, and then it's like a street corn.
Yes.
So simple. Um, it just and it's filling, super filling.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, um, so let I want to talk about a couple of the people I got to meet in Pasadena that are in the chat.
Tortilla. Got
Uh,
it, Kenneth.
I got to meet Nick for the first time.
Like like
He
you saw him.
yes, a lot. Saw him a lot.
Yeah.
Um, he came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm a big fan of the show. Can I get a picture?" And it took me like 3 seconds to realize who it was. And then once I did, I just gave him a big hug, and then we hung out for a lot for that day.
Yeah.
And then into the weekend. So it's so cool to meet him. Jonathan Ortega was around both weekends.
No,
That was pretty fun.
Kat, you're wrong. Sorry.
But yeah, it was really, really fun to hang out with them. We saw Bruce in Orlando. So it's fun when we get to meet all these people. And one thing I think Charlie's working on with C4 is that at the games, doing a gym takeover where our listeners can come work out with us, which I think would be a blast.
Yeah. Because when you
So,
travel with me, we're gonna work out.
yeah. Well, I learned that about Jamie too.
Oh, good. Well, that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah. Just don't go to the F Me Up Friday class while you're trying to work.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot.
Yeah. Won't do that. Won't do it. So what's going on? Let's talk about what's happening this weekend.
We got Berlin.
Yeah.
Going on with all the European athletes. I tuned into a little bit of the teams already today. They're already done because they are 6 hours ahead of us. So that was done today. There are like 17 Butchers Lab teams, and I think 14 Oslo teams.
Well, that's yeah.
So
So is your big fan participating this weekend?
My big fan,
Matilda. Are you gonna braid some hairs?
So she is.
Okay.
I can't wait to see her.
Yeah.
I am really stoked because a couple of my favorite athletes, we get to see Sarah Sigmund's daughter back on the floor. Is she back or not? We ask that question, I think, every 3 months on the show.
Yep.
We have Elise Fuliano, who has been a friend of the show.
Mm-hmm. Italian.
From Italy going. Mm-hmm. We have Mathilde Garnis going. Mm-hmm. We have all the others.
Andrea Sol.
Laura Horvat.
Andrea Solberg.
Andrea Solberg.
Andrea.
I think, yeah, she's going too.
Yeah.
So we have that. We have Laura and Gabby and gosh, it's a lot.
I mean, we got BKG. We've got.
Yeah, I was going to go men next.
Yeah. Annie. I mean.
Yeah, I forgot Annie. She's pretty good too.
And I mean, one of my favorite athletes is there right now, but he is not participating, but he's there in support. So I will be looking for him on all of my footage that I watch.
Did you go through all the Australian footage too?
Of course. Of course. Yep.
Did we get a picture of the media room in Pasadena? I wouldn't call it a room. We got a curtained off corner. Very tiny. Very cramped. But it did the job, so that was good. Yeah, I'm excited about this weekend. I think it's going to be exciting. I don't know Europe as well as I know North America, and we've had some surprises in North America kind of show up in the top 10 to people who don't follow those lower tiered athletes as much. But we've been following Shelby Neal for a while. She was my dark horse pick out of the East. She made the games. Abby Domit, we've been following her for 2 years. She punches her ticket out of Pasadena. And we're having her on the show next week. We're having Shelby Neal on tonight because they're kind of the two surprises, and we wanted to get them on to talk about that. And I'm sure there's going to be some surprises in Europe as well. And maybe Andrea Solberg is one of those people because she is, but I would say these workouts probably are not in her favor.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
And then there was a surprise for me in Australia, which was, or Oceania. What was her name? She took third. She won the sled pull event. Maybe? No.
Yeah.
I have the game site pulled up here. I'm just pulling. Just give me a second. Oceania. Women. It was Emily DeRoy.
Okay.
Emily DeRoy took third over Caitlin Van Zyl and Madeline Sturt.
Yeah. Yeah. But you saw who is back.
Jamie Simmons.
Yes, that's also, she's my crush. That's my girl crush.
And then on the men's side, Jake Douglas. Did you see that dude?
No.
He looks like the Michelin Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes.
They were calling him Trap Daddy on the Buttery Bros because he is so jacked.
Yeah.
And like, but really fit apparently too. And Bailey Martin, that was a good one too. Seeing him back. Just wanted to give Oceania some love too.
Of course.
Since we didn't really get to touch on those last week. Yeah. And I know you love those guys down under.
Facts. And girls.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great athletes.
Todd, yes, Magala is competing in Europe, which goes down tomorrow. And I think they start-ish, like it's like 7 a.m. for us. Maybe somewhere in there, 6 a.m. I don't know, it might even be earlier. I don't know. I woke up in the middle of the night and saw they had started. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I do want to share. I've shared it a couple times, but I do got to share my good story from the weekend.
You do got to share it?
I do.
Okay. Do be sharing it.
And that is my CrossFit crush from my whole life. So I was in Pasadena with Nick Wad Zombie and Ali Zerke, who is Colton Merton's fiance, talking to them, digging in my bag, throw an apple in my mouth.
There she is.
Oh no.
She's coming. Okay. There she
is.
I
put an apple in my mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm digging in my bag and I get a tap on the shoulder. I turn around, it's Stacey Tovar. And
was she wearing the white shorts?
She was not.
Okay.
No, she was wearing red shorts with a black top.
Okay.
Why I know that, I don't know. But
we know.
She tapped on me on my shoulder, and I tried to talk with an apple in my mouth, and I just mumbled. And she was like, no, 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 no. She goes, I just want to tell you, I love your podcast. I used it to do all my research for this weekend, and you asked the best questions. And I love the length of time that your podcasts are, and I've binged them all.
Really?
And I just about peed my pants right there on the spot.
That would have been embarrassing if you did that.
It would have been, but it was. And you can ask Nick if he's still in the chat. I was on cloud 9. You can ask Jamie. I could not sleep that night. It was insane.
Did you ask her to come on the podcast?
I did.
And
I actually said to her, the one thing I did get out of my mouth was, I've been trying to get you on the podcast for years.
Right.
And she said, I know, I'll come on. And so I just have to reach out, but I don't know what she's doing this week with Berlin and all of that. So, yeah. Wad Zombie saw it. I was in heaven.
That's awesome.
yeah.
So I don't think Dave Castro could have said those comments to me and it wouldn't have meant more. So it was like the highlight of my weekend.
Oh, wait, put this up there. Yep.
Yeah.
I can picture that too. Love it.
Yeah. And what was fun about this weekend is we got a lot of people on the show with short interviews that we have never had on this show in 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Pat Vellner twice, Chandler Smith. It was really cool. Like we had such great access this weekend. It was the exact same access that Talking Elite Fitness gets.
Very cool.
They escorted us out on the floor. It was just a Talking Elite Fitness, us, and Be Friendly Fitness were the only people that had access to interview the athletes on the floor at the end of the competition.
That's legit.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
We've
That's
actually
awesome.
done a short interview with Medeiros before, Kenneth, last year at semifinals. So it wasn't the first time, but we've never done a long form with him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
China Cho, we got her on too.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Yeah. Her husband is one of our first guests.
Yep.
Yeah. He was there all weekend,
Yeah.
smiling ear to ear with everything that's going on. So Todd, if you don't know, we did Sydney Wells' first ever podcast. Kat got her on, gosh, it's been like 18 months now, right?
Yeah, we're best friends.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
We like each other's things. We send each other crumble cookie pictures every week.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
So yeah. So we've had Sydney on. But it was a fun weekend. Got a lot of content in. Got a vision for what we want to do in the future and the parts and pieces we need to keep going forward.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and Kat had a busy weekend. So, did Eliana have her graduation ceremony yet? Okay.
Saturday morning.
You just had
we just had the party because she has 8,000 friends and they all had parties and they all had to slot them at different times. So her party was from 12 to 4 on Tuesday.
Do you have any tips you want to tell me after doing it this time?
Don't serve alcohol to the teenagers. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't. If I was in charge, I wouldn't have done that.
Got it.
I wasn't in charge.
Got it.
No, they don't eat as nearly as much food as you think they're going to.
Okay.
I had maybe 40 people there. It was catered for 50 and I had a shit ton of food left over.
Okay.
Like a lot of food left over.
Okay.
Teenagers don't like baked beans. And they don't eat as much mac and cheese as you would think they would either.
Well, shit. Okay.
But the pulled pork and the brownies and the pound cake were a big hit. And we had spike ball and cornhole and all kinds of lawn games that were very entertaining. And then just let your kids play the music they want to listen to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And limit it to like 6 adults. You'll be fine.
Okay. That's the problem. I have a lot of adults coming.
Yeah. It was fun. She had a good time.
Mostly my friends from the gym.
Yeah. Now we're gearing up for senior week, which starts right after graduation on Saturday. So that's the next hurdle we have to get through. I need to get her through a week of the beach without getting kicked out of her house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good times.
Okay. Well, it's funny. Yeah, we did the opposite, but we also had to plan our party around all the other parties. So it was like, okay, graduation's here. We'll fit it in here.
Yep. And tonight's her softball banquet. So
okay.
And I'm coaching. So like I'll miss dinner probably and just slide in for the awards.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. And have you guys seen Braden?
Yes, jacked.
What the heck?
Jacked.
Crazy.
Is he taking some hormones?
I mean, no. I really don't think so. He's working out like 6 days a week. He's eating like 1,500 calories a day, and he's timing his. Yeah, he's like on a serious cut.
Okay.
An hour of cardio. He looks insane.
Why is he only consuming that amount of calories though? Why is he cutting? For what purpose?
For aesthetics. He just wants to look good.
Okay.
Halfway
I just didn't know if he was competing in something or.
Yeah, no, he claims that he's not. He could. I feel like he could. He looks really good. So, yeah, working hard.
Yeah.
And working. He has a job, so that's good. He's off the dole. He turned in all his credit cards, so we're.
Oh.
He's self-sufficient now.
That were your credit cards?
Yeah, it'd be my credit cards.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah. So. All right. Good stuff.
And he's going into his junior year?
He's going into his junior year. He's going back to William & Mary. So, yay. Cha-ching.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Wow. Yeah. I guess we been on since Corey got a job?
We heard about it, but had she started yet? I don't think so.
In Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. So she applied for a job, got a second interview, did not get that job, but they loved her so much they created a position for her and offered her that job. She's accepting it. She's in Pittsburgh right now looking at apartments, and her boyfriend is looking for jobs in Pittsburgh today. He has 3 interviews lined up, so they're getting ready to move to Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Wow.
So we do have 2023 Clydesdale Media t-shirts. We did a rush order to get some for semifinals to wear as a team, where I'm making another order for the games. And if you guys want one, let me know. I will, before I order them, and I will order one for you. So we'll set it up as a pre-order and just DM me, and I'll get one ordered for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I have one for you, Kat, and one for each for you, Amy, and I'll get you more if you're going to Madison so that you're not wearing a sweaty shirt all week.
Thank you. But I'll do laundry a bunch of times though too.
Right.
Okay. Kat, did you work out today?
I haven't worked out since Murph.
First of all, did you do the whole thing? You usually do half, right?
I did half Murph.
Okay.
I PR'd my half Murph by a couple minutes, so that was fun.
Yeah.
But I still can't straighten either one of my arms really.
That's what I was saying. Was where I was sore from.
I'm very sore, and then I did some like dumbbell rows afterwards, and those kind of wrecked me too. So my lats are really sore. So no, and my classes have been filled up. I haven't had like just one person, so I haven't had that opportunity to work out, which is a good problem to have. So
good that your classes are filling. Yeah.
So no, but maybe tomorrow.
What do you attribute to the full classes?
It's just people switching around. Like I used to have like 7 people at 5:15 and 1 person at 9, and instead now I had 5 people at 5:15 and 3 people at 9. So it's just a different distribution. I think this week is a little weird with the holiday last week.
Yeah.
People are, there's some people that are starting to like go back to work in the office. So they're going from, the 9 a.m. to the early morning classes and vice versa. So it's just a lot of different factors.
Ours usually shifts a lot too during the summertime when kids are out of school. Like people switch their times.
Exactly. I've had just a couple people that like a couple long time people that are taking the summer off, and then a couple people that like showed up back in January that are now back again. I wish it was a little more predictable, but
Yeah.
That's what the deal. So, but we're still loving the programming and everybody's enjoying, all the stuff. So it's good.
Do you offer anything like a summer rate for like college kids that come back home?
I don't, but I have like most of the college kids that come are family members of members.
Okay.
So I do
Yeah.
have like a family member
Just
discount
yeah.
and a student discount too. Like unlimited membership for students is a lot cheaper than adults anyway.
Yeah.
So, and the punch card's pretty reasonable. So they usually just go through a couple punch cards for the summer. And then I just don't have them expire because if they're going to, I know they'll be back in Thanksgiving and back at Christmas.
Sure. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say the drop-in fees in California, dang.
How much were they? Like
it was
$30?
$25 a drop-in, which normally is cool.
Yeah.
But usually, like if you have to do multiple days, they like start cutting it.
Yeah.
No break.
Well, I mean, the cost of living in California is a lot higher too.
True. So I don't know if you guys saw, but we got a chance to talk to Don Fall. He held a press conference on Sunday morning. And I was really optimistic. I know some people in our chat that evening were not so optimistic when we kind of talked about it. But I was optimistic at what I heard and what they're trying to do for affiliate support. And that's one of the places where I really miss Kat, like at these events, because you have a perspective that we don't really have and can follow up on those questions that we don't necessarily have the expertise to do so.
Yeah. And plus there's always a lot of like affiliate things to do at those events too, which is nice. We get like special access to some of that stuff.
Yeah, Bruce, I don't want to get you started. We're staying positive today. But they have big goals. And I think what I was trying to get from him was, you jumped on this moving ship. How much of your vision have you been able to implement at this point? And I couldn't get him narrowed down on like how much, but I think it was obvious that his vision is not there yet. Like he doesn't want to call out any of the previous CEOs. So he wouldn't give me a number of where he's at, but he's kind of like tweaking what's there. And I bet in my opinion, he's only about 25% into the process of implementing his vision for what CrossFit is to become.
And he just came on board like last year, right at the games, right?
The week of the games.
Yeah, that's right. I remember because we saw him at the games. And
yeah. Okay. And I actually don't think that he really maybe even had a vision coming into this. It wasn't like Eric Roza, where Eric Roza campaigned to get this position, right? He like sort of scratched and clawed his way to be the new owner. I don't know that Don did that. I mean, I don't even know that Don like sort of put his hat out in the race. I think they probably went and found him, potentially. And again, I could be totally wrong, but maybe he didn't have a clear vision when he first got there, like his own personal agenda for, to make changes and things like that. And he's probably just digesting it all now and trying to figure out, where do we go from here?
Yeah, I think the first stage is observation.
Right.
For a good leader. And that's what he did first. I think the layoffs were probably his first step in making change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't know that he came in there thinking like, oh, the first thing I have to do is lay people off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he came in there with like guns blazing.
Right.
Which is good.
Yeah. Yeah. And we did get a chance to talk to him a little bit outside the press conference. Mm-hmm. And I know what the chat's saying. Like, he is very refined as a public speaker, right? He knows what not to say. When you get him in those moments off camera, it seems you get like the real Don Fall. And that's where I'm optimistic. Just saying.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's Charlie? Do we know? Working?
Yeah, he was going to be able. I think he's in Dayton, and so I think he was going to join us in a car, but
Okay.
clearly not.
I was at Staples mailing you the Rodecaster Pro, Scott. It's on its way. It'll be
Okay,
to you
cool.
on Saturday. But I had to buy a box and I had to buy bubble wrap, and then I had to download the app to get my 25% off rebate for the UPS thing, and the app wouldn't download, and then the girl at the register had to reset my phone and made me feel like a really old lady. So there was all that. That's why I was late. Just saying. Good morning.
Well, let me know what it costs. I'll
you're fine.
reimburse you.
That's all good. So no one call in right now. And I guess my phone number gets disappeared from the internet now too. We can take my number off the banner.
Oh, okay.
It won't be my phone anymore.
Hmm.
That's you. It's all you, Scott.
Yeah, I've got to figure that out. Do I want my number on the banner, or do I want to buy a cheap
Why don't
phone?
you get a Google number? That's free.
I don't think it works.
So we tried that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where is my number? Did we? I don't see all our banners on here. Oh, because I'm not in banners. Never mind.
Yeah. That's fair.
Scott, chug one of those goddamn C4s.
I am still not right. This West Coast time zone change has wiped me out this week.
I am a hot flash down here.
Can I tell you? So I stopped taking what I was taking, and it is fucking me up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in like a total flop sweat right now.
I bet.
It's bad. And they keep sending me stuff, so I feel like I should just keep taking it. Okay. Oh, God. What have I done?
I need to take that stuff, apparently, according to my results.
Well, I'll send it to you then. You can have mine.
So this actually is a
transaction.
C4 Smart Energy, Trish. I am chugging it, just so you know. They now come in sticks. You just add it to water, shake it up. It was C4 hooked us up for the 2 weeks. I put it out on the media table in Pasadena, and they got gobbled up like Pez.
What are the flavors of the sticks? Same as the cans?
So it's black cherry.
I had peach.
Mango peach.
Peach is the energy.
And then there's citrus. They're different. It's yuzu something, and
okay.
So they're not the same as the cans.
What does this even mean? I don't even know what this means. Oh, no, not that. No. What does this mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. Does that mean like dry it, scooping it?
So Kat asked, why did I stop taking it? So I couldn't get my levels correct. Like I started out at 20 and I jumped up to like 160, and that was way too high. And then I went down to a lower dose, and it was like 37, and I was still like having to shave my legs every day, and I felt like I had too much facial hair, and I was like, this is not worth it to me. Like, it wasn't. I didn't notice any difference. I wasn't like on cloud 9. I wasn't like, feeling invincible or anything like that. So I just thought, like, literally, I'm taking this so that I can shave 3 times a day. No thanks. So
and chin hair is already a thing at our age. Like, you just
I
didn't
need more.
Yeah.
Right. Did my sex drive go crazy? No, it really didn't. I mean, I didn't notice a difference with that either. And since I've been off it, I haven't noticed a difference in my sex drive. But I'm getting these freaking hot flashes, and that's kind of scaring me.
Well, it could also be the other stuff that's going to start happening. Our bodies.
I know, but it's like I just had a blood test like for the wild health stuff. That's like I'm still ovulating, as of 3 weeks ago. I mean, maybe I guess I could be going through that change right now, but I used to get hot flashes like a year and a half ago before I even considered taking the supplement. But yeah, it's just the hot flashes right now that are killing me.
And I will not be boofing a C4. I looked it up. I will not be.
Wait, I gotta now look it up. Is it inappropriate?
It is to introduce drugs via your anus.
Oh, sweet.
Trish, you're such a liar. Okay. Well, they're here to.
Well, I have a meeting in 5 minutes, so I gotta bail on you guys. But you guys can hang out for a little bit.
Well, they're here to deliver
I
the
will
tables
see you
to my
guys.
party, so I'm gonna jet.
All right, so we're done.
I guess we're all going.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we have Shelby Neal at 5:00 tonight. That's going to be fun. I think Jamie and I are going to do wrap-up shows,
Oh
and
my
if you guys
God.
want to jump on for Berlin all weekend long, I don't know the time. I'm trying to figure out what the time difference is and when things are done and all of that stuff. I'll put it out on Instagram and on YouTube, but we will do it. We'll do Berlin with that. And then I don't know what else is going on. I've lost total control. With that, I'll talk to you guys all later.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.